Hi everybody, my name is Alicia Harrington. I'm the APJ Innovation Officer here at ServiceNow. I'm joined by Melissa Cohoe, the Global Strategist at NewRocket, and we're here to talk about AI governance. So Melissa, could you tell us about yourself, what you're doing at the organization and how you're really making an impact?
Sure. So lovely to be here, and thank you so much for that lovely introduction. I am focused on providing advisory services to our clients with a specific focus on AI governance, AI lifecycle management, security, risk, and resilience, like that whole broad world of like operational and business resilience, helping customers just become more responsive in the face of change and able to face change with confidence. So that's generally like been my passion. I think I feel very strongly about helping customers be good corporate citizens and helping make sure that they're adequately protected and doing everything they can when the next inevitable, whatever next thing happens. I work, obviously, as you mentioned, at NewRocket. We are a full-service ServiceNow partner. We are an elite partner. And we do, since we're full service, we focus across the platform. But we do have deep expertise in various aspects of the platform, including security, risk, and resilience, AI in general. We have a full AI center of excellence, customer and employee experiences, as well as really making sure that we're integrating longer-term strategies to help solve customers' biggest problems.
Melissa, so when we see organizations, they're really starting to build that foundation with AI. What are the challenges you see more broadly?
So I think customers are facing a whole host of challenges when they are attempting to adopt AI. And they're primarily meeting the following sort of stumbling blocks. Usually with AI, there's a lot of pressure to adopt AI. And it's like, okay, what are you doing for AI is what the sort of executives are asking downwards. And what happens is then they just implement, like come up with something to do in AI that results in some sort of function that checks the box, but doesn't actually provide a business outcome. So the technical needs or the technical implementation doesn't consider what value, what problem are you solving. Additionally, poor change management is a really significant challenge, particularly due to the fact that there's a lot of change fatigue. Everybody is dealing with all of the new technologies and trying to change the way they work to take a better advantage of it. And in addition to that, actually, there's some people who will refuse to implement change outright. So 1 out of every 10 individuals at work identify themselves as, I would just never adopt it. I would refuse to adopt it. And then about half are considered reluctant adopters. So change management is a really big, significant problem. And then finally, I would say that a lot of customers are having a capability overreach. There's a lot of hype about AI, and there's a lot of conversation about the potential of AI mixed in with the reality, like talking about the reality of AI. And if you go too far into the hype and you get past the bleeding edge, you're going to have a disappointing implementation. All these things usually happen post-implementation, which erodes trust, it erodes the customer's capabilities to move forward, and results in a lot of loss, financial loss, as well as time.
So when we think about the AI control tower, how do we help customers move from a very reactive response to proactive insights?
So I really love AI Control Tower because it gives customers a very coordinated way to go through their journey. The very first thing for customers that AI Control Tower can do is give them an understanding of their AI estate. So ServiceNow AI Discovery will help bring in any ServiceNow AI agents you have, skills, anything along those lines. And then with the enterprise Enterprise AI, it can actually integrate with various products like Bedrock or GCP or. And there's new integrations coming out all the time. So the first thing is you get insight. And then you can start assigning owners and identifying who does what, etc. From there, customers have a couple of choices on where they want to get the most value out of AI Control Tower. You have the ability to start to connect your your strategic and business objectives to what you're doing in AI Control Tower, so you can start to say, I would like to be able to make sure that everything I'm doing is fulfilling a business objective. You are able to also very quickly start to monitor the value of your AI assets. You'll be able to see value on adoption, usage, as well as productivity improvements, which I think makes a really big difference. And then finally, and I think this one's of course very near and dear to my heart because I do governance, security, and risk, and that's where I focus, but you're able to start to create AI lifecycle management, which helps you create guardrails around your AI program to start to help it move with speed, but also with trust and as much safety as possible, which I think is critical.
What's NewRocket's approach to AI?
So I think before I talk specifically about our approach to AI, I'd like to just mention our overall approach, and because I think it carries into how our approach to AI is working. So NewRocket focuses on making sure we provide our customers with expertise from both a business perspective and a technical perspective. And we use that blend to help make sure we're earning our customers' trust every day. So as we started to move into AI, we focused on having AI expertise at the beginning. So we have hired a head of AI to make sure that we're able to have somebody who has an experience in that and real depth in doing so. So he defines himself as like his goal is to push the boundaries of AI every day. So that allows us to give our customers trust in what we're guiding them to do from an AI perspective. In addition to that, one of the things we're doing with regards to AI is we're making sure we're tying our security, risk, and resilience team with our AI team, especially as we're starting to implement AI Control Tower. That means you're getting both the AI expertise and the governance expertise in a single team.
What should customers really think about before they start to adopt the AI Control Tower?
It's a really great question, and I think it's important for customers when they're about to adopt AI Control Tower to really look at how mature they are today. Like, you really do need to understand, like, what is your maturity level so that you can decide what is the next reasonable step for that. So if a customer is literally starting from zero, they have pretty much all AI sprawl, I would recommend the first thing that they would start with is implementing AI inventory. So the ability to bring in your AI inventory from both ServiceNow as well as any other enterprise AI, because you can't, if you don't see what you have, you can't do anything else with it, right? Like, you can't protect what you can't see, and you can't govern it either. Then customers need to be really looking from a priority perspective, what are their biggest pain points where AI governance can help them. A complete AI lifecycle management program is necessary depending on the level of like regulatory scrutiny you have, the complexity of your programs, et cetera. So some customers will benefit from actually a much lighter implementation of that. And also, if a customer is very low maturity, even if we think they need to go very farther, like a lot farther in the maturity process, I always say something is better than nothing. If you have nothing and you can't adopt to the farthest level that you know you need to, just take one step forward. And that's why really knowing where you are is the most important part. And then I would say working with people who are a partner who has a lot of experience in this space and is able to guide you and give you recommendations on both how to avoid certain pitfalls and how to find certain accelerators to benefit you can be really beneficial.
Melissa, it's been fantastic to talk to you today. Thank you so much. And in closing, as we think about those call to actions for leaders, what do you have to say to the audience?
So I think the first thing I would say to the audience is start. Like, nothing gets easier by waiting and trying to get to perfection. In service of starting, here's a couple of ideas on how you can do so. Get your AI inventory under a single pane of glass. Start tying your AI initiatives to your business goals. Make sure that everything you're doing is solving a problem that you actually have and you're not just trying to adopt AI for the sake of AI. Make sure that you have identified both the value you intend with your AI initiatives and the value you actually achieve with your AI initiatives. And then build some guardrails around your program to make sure everything is adequately protected based upon the risk that you are both willing to take on and you're actually are taking on due to the adoption of AI.